Hey, I'm on Mumiamum here. Yeah, I came 2002. I told my buddy Alan when we were sitting down at the table that I was a sleepwalking rapist. And, well, anyways, it speaks for itself, right? Uh, anyways, when that happened, I was visited by an alien. When I said that, I was visited by an alien beam. And like a ball of light. You can see them on David Greer's Twin Ships Witness. And I was transported in my mind to a distant planet. And there I saw a goat that had two long horns on his head. And you call it Baphomet. But what you don't know about Baphomet, or if that's what you call it, I don't know. It might be a law, for all I know. Like, they say it's Baphomet, it's some evil creature, but it's not really. It's just that Hollywood's twisted it all around, so it looks like it's evil, and what they're really doing is blasphemy. Like, the creature was so innocent, but when I saw that ball of light, I was given this immense power, immense knowledge of all these weird things that would come, but it wasn't written and it wasn't happening in English, so I didn't know how to give my message to the world, and when that as soon as I had that ball of light, see that ball of light, like 2 days later, they came out with the video "Prayer" by Disturbed, and you see that light in the video "Prayer." Well, that's the power. It's like a kind of nuclear power, but it's cleaner than nuclear. But we're not supposed to use it on Earth because we have too much things like because of our industry, and it's too much pollution. Well, when you use the industry that we have today and use that knowledge from that light, you get things like that pig, the mark of the beast pig there with the dick on its head, and you get all these deformities and weird diseases and shit like that. Like, you gotta understand though that Baphomet isn't evil. It's just that he represents a race of people or of beings possibly. You know what I mean? So you gotta understand how heavy that is on his name. Okay, like if he's standing there representing it, like it might as well be Donald Trump or George Bush or whoever else that they're saying is evil. You know, you take it for what it's worth. You know, they're up there leading the people, and you know, for anybody to say they're fucking bullshit or whatever is hardcore nonsense because you know, anybody can tear someone down, but negative selling isn't the way to go. You don't tear people down to make yourself feel better. You tear people down because they're unjust to you, you know. And anyways, you probably heard the video Evanescence, Evan Science. That video came out as well. That's at the core of the message, sort of. A lot of the message was lost because it just came to me like a flash of light. You know what I mean? Like the ball was there, and then it was just like, you know. And anyways, my grandma is Regina. My grandma Turbin is Regina. She's on the quarter. My grandma Isla. She's written as God in the Quran. Allah is what I would call that horn beast. It's not the two. It's like the one you see on the satanic symbols, but it's not satanic. It's not at all. I mentioned in the Quran. My name's John Todd. There's also a John Todd that was a former Illuminatist that was assassinated because he told truths about the Illuminati and their sacred mumbo jumbo or whatever. Maybe it's not mumbo jumbo, but it's real. You know. Anyways, it's just a straight and narrow path. Like, it's about quantum entanglement and how the way our streets are going. Like that's what this creature mainly warned me about, was quantum entanglement, on how, like, if you don't have straight streets and stuff like that. Like, you know how there's that star in Washington or whatever. Well, if it was like a bunch of squiggly lines and shit, like a fucking parasite, then you get people following these uncoordinated roads and stuff like that, then, you know, you'd be all quantum entangled. You're supposed to meet your match you're supposed to meet your match to find your mate, right? Well, anyways, if you don't, then there's a quantum entanglement disaster in the future. Anyways, I had a dream one time that I think it was a law went like this, and we were all clay laying on the ground after that, like, or wax or something. I don't know if it was clay or wax. I couldn't really tell, but it felt like some weird, some kind of shit that I drank out of a Pepsi bottle. When I drank too much Pepsi, I had this fucking weird taste in my mouth, and it happened around then, and it was like a fucking Anyways, I prophesized the fact that my sister would be struck by a car, except I didn't say that she would be struck by a car. I said she should be charged with obstruction of justice, and justice was done. I'll be praised. 2 days later, she was hit by a car, fucked up her leg. You can catch the pictures on Facebook. And I was kicked out of my house, a house that I own and I paid for, but it's strung up in the courts right now, and I can't get it. I can't even go live in my house because this sensory panel that chooses not to let me have a camera in the board meeting or whatever. They won't let me in my house. They signed me a PGT, so I can't control my money. I get $320 a month, okay, and I have to pay for my rent and 2 houses. I live in Canada, and I'm being ostracized by the country. You know, like it's ridiculous. Hopefully, though, I'll be getting some money soon. I've seen grays through my eyelids. Like, I have these kind of cameras under my eyelids, and I've seen grays there, like the gray aliens. I've seen them. I've seen other kinds of alien beings, and the ones what you got to worry about is the El Mushrikan. They're like a parasite that the rappers created. It's like the black part in your pupil. Well, it's like they take a part out of it and it becomes alive, and then it like zips across like galaxies and shit like that. Like it's alive, your pupil, right? And it's like self-sustaining. Well, anyways, I seen them last night in my dream, but I knew about them before because they were crawling out of my fucking skull when I was I went camping in the bush in 2004, and I took 500 sleeping pills and half a bottle of aspirin, which is 500 pills, and I went to the other side, and I think it was my grandpa was there as a ghost, and there was these raccoons, and they all had like pulse defibrillators in their eyes, so they went like that with both their eyes, like, and when they did that, I was given this, I was like numbed, and I was given this like other like knowledge of the dead. So like I have knowledge of like life and death now, like the tree of both trees, the knowledge tree and the tree of whatever. Not that I ate any apples or anything like that, but it's just where you go, what you see, right? Anyways, what else do I have to tell you? It says my girlfriend's name, Alicia, in the John and Alicia right beside each other. Except her name is spelled Alicia, and it's spelled Elicia in the Quran, which is a mispronunciation, whatever. It's hard to predict 700 years of 1200 years or whatever, So I'll get back to you.